After winning the decathlon in the 1976 Summer Olympics, Bruce Jenner, who is now reality star Caitlyn Jenner, was drafted with the 139th pick in the 7th round of the 1977 NBA draft by the Kansas City Kings, which are now known as the Sacramento Kings. Up until 1937, when playing basketball, there was a jump ball for every successful basket. Yes, after every single made field goal in a game, the centers for each team would meet at midcourt for a jump ball. Pretty crazy. Former NBA player Lance Stephenson, a big part of the mid-2010s Indiana Pacers, has a brother named Lance Stephenson. L-A-N-T-Z. Lance Stephenson. NBA Hall of Famer Pistol Pete Maravich once said, quote, "I don't want to play 10 years in the NBA and die of a heart attack at 40, end quote. He proceeded to play 10 years in the NBA on the Hawks, Jazz, and Celtics, and then eventually died of a heart attack at age 40 while playing a pickup game of basketball at a local church. Steven Adams' full name is Stephen Fanakia Adams. I don't know how to say it, just read it. That's how it's spelled. I can't pronounce it. Someone from New Zealand help me out. Back in 2007, former Washington Wizards star Gilbert Arenas was banned from Xbox Live for cheating in Halo 3. He would boost his rank by getting his friends to quit the game and in return award him with first place. Halo players complained on forums about the boosting tactic and got Xbox to suspend many players from their platform. Gilbert Arenas was one of the players suspended. God played for the Washington Wizards. God Shammgod, that is, who was the inventor of the flashy Shammgod crossover dribbling move used by many ball handlers in the NBA today. In 2013, Marc Gasol made the All-NBA Defense second team and won the Defensive Player of the Year award. He didn't make the All-NBA Defense first team, but instead second team while being Defensive Player of the Year. What happened with the voters that year? Pretty interesting. In his second year in the NBA, Washington Wizards point guard John Wall shot 7% from the three-point line. He attempted 42 three-pointers and only made 3 that year. In 2014, in a Nets vs. Heat game, players wore jerseys with their nicknames on them. Some of the nicknames were Jesus Shuttleworth for Ray Allen, Birdman for Chris Anderson, King James for, of course, LeBron James, Sweet Lou for Rashad Lewis, Jet for Jason Terry, The Big Ticket for Kevin Garnett, Truth for Paul Pierce, and many more. The 2012 Charlotte Bobcats hold the worst record in NBA history based on percentages. They had a 7-59 win-loss record, which is 10.6%. This was during a shortened season because there was a lockout for a new collective bargaining agreement between the NBA and the NBAPA. Manute Bol, the tallest player in NBA history, paid 80 cows for his wife in his home country of Sudan. Shaquille O'Neal has played in 1,207 games throughout his NBA career and had only made 1 three-pointer the entire time. The shortest player in NBA history, Muggsy Bogues, recorded 39 blocks during his NBA career. Imagine an NBA player being blocked by a guy that's 5'3". Come on. The creator of NBA Jam hated the Chicago Bulls so much that he embedded a special code that made them miss last-second shots in the game. 7-time NBA All-Star, 1966 Rookie of the Year, 1975 All-Star MVP, and Hall of Famer Dave Bing was the mayor of Detroit from 2009 to 2013. His approval rating was 14%. Rhode Island had an NBA team called the Providence Steamrollers. Yes, the smallest state in the United States of America had a professional basketball team. In March 2003, NBA player Quintel Woods was pulled over by the police. He did not have his ID on him, so instead he showed a basketball card of himself as identification. It didn't really work. The OJ in OJ Mayo's name stands for Ovington Janthony. Carmelo Anthony is afraid of cats.
What animal are you most afraid of? A cat.
Well-known NBA father Lavar Ball's brothers are named LaFrance, LaVale, Lorenzo, and LaShawn. Wes Unseld and Wilt Chamberlain are the only players to win MVP as rookies. Wes Unseld won Finals MVP while averaging less than 10 points. Kendrick Perkins is 1 month older than LeBron James. Kendrick Perkins has been retired from the NBA since 2018 and is now an analyst on ESPN, while LeBron is in his 18th season and looking to win his 5th NBA championship. Pretty crazy. Scott Skiles has the most assists in a game with 30. It was against the Denver Nuggets in 1990, and he had a stat line of 22 points, 30 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 turnovers as the point guard for the Orlando Magic. Scottie Pippen and LeBron James played in the NBA at the same time, between 2002 and 2004. That's pretty interesting to see. In the 1961-1962 NBA season, Wilt Chamberlain played 49 minutes per game. This was also the same year when he averaged 50 points and 26 rebounds per game. Phil Jackson was close to getting Scottie Pippen to join the Kobe and Shaq Lakers in 1999, but owner Jerry Buss prevented a deal from being offered due to salary cap concerns. Now that would have been a super team. Ben Wallace finished his career with more blocks than fouls and more steals than turnovers. He truly was a dominant force on the defensive end. Jalen Rose played 83 regular season games in the 2001-2002 NBA season. NBA seasons typically have 82 games. To explain it, he was traded mid-season to a team that played less games than his previous team to that point in the season. Dave Cowens did not make the NBA first team during the year he won MVP. Instead, he made NBA second team in 1973. AC Green remained a virgin his entire NBA career. He played until he was 37. He would lose his virginity after getting married at 38 years old. R&B singer Genuine's real name is Elgin Baylor Lumpkin, a possible connection to NBA great Elgin Baylor. The president of the Miami Heat, Pat Riley, was drafted in 1967 in the first round as the 7th pick by the San Diego Rockets. Paul George's father's name is Paul George, and Paul George's mother's name is Paulette George. Rapper Nelly used to walk Wizards guard Bradley Beal to elementary school. Former NBA player Caron Butler was addicted to Mountain Dew. He would drink 6 12-ounce Mountain Dews a day, and he also tried to hide his addiction from Lakers teammate Kobe Bryant, but was unsuccessful. Kevin Love's uncle, Milk Love, is a founding member of the Beach Boys, the legendary rock band. Former NBA player Matt Barnes was the #1 wide receiver football prospect coming out of high school in 1997. 17% of all 7-foot Americans make it to the NBA, so all you tall people, get on the court and start improving your game. In 2015, the entire Mavericks backcourt had the exact same birthday. JJ Barea, Darren Williams, and Raymond Felton were all born on June 26, 1984. The Miami Heat franchise started in the Western Conference. Of course, now they play in the Eastern Conference. Allen Iverson's younger brother is named Mr. Allen Iverson. That's his official legal name. David Lee recorded 37 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 assists on April 2, 2010. The last player to have a 30-point, 20-rebound, and 10-assist game was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. NBA legend Rick Barry wore a wig for an entire NBA season. Yao Ming is deaf in his left ear. Yeah, I guess there's drawbacks to being that freakishly tall. Charles Barkley used to play with a belly button full of Vaseline. This doesn't really help your fat image, Chuck. Gonna be honest here.
He kept his Vaseline right inside his navel, and he would use it
Oh
all the time.
my goodness!
Hey,
Chuck! Say it ain't so, Chuck. Say it ain't so.
Chuck, look at me. Chuck, don't you lie to me.
Because ain't nothing worse than a black man with big crusty lips.
Hey, look.
The very first basketball game ended with a score of 1-0 and was played with a soccer ball. Pretty crazy to see how far we've come. Russell Westbrook's best friend and rival died during a high school game. Westbrook wears a remembrance band on his wrist to commemorate him. That's pretty nice of him. Hakeem Olajuwon has the most quadruple doubles with 2. His first quadruple double was on March 3rd, 1990. He had 29 points, 18 rebounds, 10 assists, and 11 blocks. Only 26 days later, Hakeem had a second quadruple double. He had 18 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists, and 11 blocks. That's pretty crazy. Comment down below which fact you thought was the craziest and one that you thought was least expected. Also, comment down below which one you actually knew. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you check out one of these 2 videos on screen here. Like this video, subscribe if you're new, and peace out.